And you're also a glazer. We have scum that's in this group. Mr. Bertrand should be fired. Death penalty. Now, you don't leak faulty intel during a...
Party's over. Dad's home.
Hey, yo.
They've had a big fight, like two kids in a schoolyard. You know, they fight like hell. You can't stop them. Let them fight for about 2-3 minutes, then it's easier to stop them.
And then Daddy has to.
Okay, personally, let's say I was running Israel or Iran. Just any of them. And another Trump and another president basically said that the daddy of my country, we've got to fight personally. And not using bombs one-on-one.
Sometimes use strong language.
You have to use strong language. Everyone's sort of like...
Trump ended the 12-day war, and now Europe's calling him daddy. And daddy likes it.
Mark Rutte, the NATO chief, who is your friend, he called you daddy earlier. Do you regard your NATO allies as kind of children?
No, he likes me. I think he likes me. If he doesn't, I'll let you know. I'll come back and I'll hit him hard, okay? No? He did it very affectionate. Daddy, you're my daddy.
The media said daddy
What am I watching?
was going to leave the family. But look at him front and center in the family photo. They said he was going to abandon NATO, but America first doesn't mean America alone. And now the Europeans can't stop saying, thank you, Daddy.
This video right here.
Man of strength, but you're also a man of peace.
And you're also a glazer.
And the fact that you are now also successful in getting this ceasefire done between Israel and Iran, I really want to commend you for that.
Thank you.
And I think this is important for the whole world. Then on spending, it's absolutely true. I want to state here, without President Trump, this would not have happened.
Europe's thanking...
What are you talking about? I don't care even if everything he said is facts. That's unnecessary, Glaze. Come on.
Trump for making them spend more money. Happy wife, happy life. But Trump, like a gentleman, says it's all about the guys in the cockpit.
The pilots did an unbelievable job like nobody's ever seen. They hit pay dirt. You see where I guess you probably look, they call it the wound. You see where the wound is on the earth. And three of them right next to each other. Perfect. And they should be admired and respected for what they did. And the fake news, in order to try and hit me, the fake news made them look bad. But now they look really good again.
37-hour flight, 13,000 miles above the ground, and they hit a target the size of...
Wait, does like CNN and Fox News have beef or something? Because low-key, Fox News is like are like Trump glazers, and CNN is like Trump haters. And now their headlines, CNN creates
a washing machine. And instead of lining up interviews with these heroes, CNN's saying they missed, and the bombs were duds. Have you ever heard of an American bomb that didn't work? If that bomb is American-made, it's going off.
All right.
We dropped these bunker busters into the ventilation shaft. These suckers slid down the shaft untouched and detonated in the middle of the lab. We basically slid a stick of dynamite down a chimney. And the media is claiming the living room's still intact.
This was an unbelievable hit by genius pilots and genius people in the military, and they're not being given credit for it because we have scum that's in this group.
In this room. Scum. What is the true definition of scum? I'm not going to pop that up. Too much editing.
And not all of you are. You had some great reporters, but you have scum. CNN is scum. MSDNC is scum. The New York Times is scum. They're bad people. They're sick. And what they've done is they're trying to make this unbelievable victory into something less. The original word that I use, I guess it got us in trouble because it's a strong word. It was obliteration.
Rubio says it's like we sank a dozen full-court shots in a row.
Here's a fact.
Oh, is he gonna say it?
Conversion facility, which you can't do a nuclear weapon without a conversion facility. We can't even find where it used to be on the map. You can't even find where it used to be because the whole thing is just blackened out. It's gone.
It's wiped out.
It's wiped out. Then we dropped 12 of the strongest bombs on the planet right down the hole in 2 places. Everything underneath that mountain is in bad shape.
After Operation Midnight Hammer, we thought we'd have to be defending ourselves against the Iranian attacks. But instead, we're defending ourselves against CNN attacks.
The instinct of CNN, the instinct of the New York Times is to try to find a way to spin it for their own political reasons to try to hurt President Trump or our country. They don't care what the troops think. They don't care what the world thinks. They want to spin it to try to make him look bad based on a leak. All of the evidence of what was just bombed by 12 30,000-pound bombs is buried under a mountain, devastated and obliterated. So if you want to make an assessment of what happened at Fordo, you better get a big shovel and go really deep because Iran's nuclear program is obliterated.
We basically threw grenades into a rabbit hole. And CNN is saying there wasn't any damage because they can't see underground. Tulsi Gabbard says this: new intelligence confirms what POTUS has stated numerous times. Iran's nuclear facilities have been destroyed. If the Iranians chose to rebuild, it would likely take years to do. The CIA and the International Energy Agency both say we landed knockout strikes, and it would take the regime years to rebuild. And Israeli intelligence, who kind of have Iran wired, say bullseye. Now, if the bombs didn't work, don't you think Netanyahu would be on the phone with Trump begging the B-2s to circle back around? Israel already has spies combing through the rubble.
Israel's going to be telling us very soon because Bibi is going to have people involved in that whole situation. We hear it was obliteration. It was a virtual obliteration. When you take a look at the ground above, don't forget the flame is all underground. But everything above, if you look at the before and the after picture, everything above is burned black. The trees, everything. I believe it was total obliteration. I believe they didn't have a chance to get anything out because we acted fast.
You can tell there was a uranium fire inside the site because the top of the mountain changed color after the blasts. The same people who were saying the bunker busters didn't blow up are the ones who said Trump was a Russian agent. COVID didn't come from a lab, and Hunter's laptop was fake. But the reporter who keeps getting it wrong keeps getting promoted. See what CNN's business model is? When you're wrong...
Yo, whoever he just talked about that works for CNN, hit back. I don't know if this is Fox News versus CNN, but they're calling you out, and he's basically and you're not putting a hand up. Put a hand up. Hit back.
You get a raise.
This brilliant device.
Oh my
keeps
God.
your home.
Trump says Natasha Bertrand should be fired.
Natasha, you probably got kids, a husband, pets, and you're gonna let them call you. They put your face out in the map. I'm right near you right. Wait, I'm probably right near you right now. But the difference is you're getting blasted. And like I said before, hit back. Put a hand up.
And thrown out of the building like a dog. But even if Trump thinks you're a dog, he'll still answer your question.
Do we have any questions, please? Wow. That's a lot of questions. Who's a nice person? Oh, you're not a nice person, but I'll let you ask one. Go ahead. What's he going to ask? He is not nice at all. I know him well.
Whichever traitor in the Pentagon leaked this half-baked, day-old, flimsy assessment based on a single satellite photo, Rubio's ready to smoke him out.
These leakers are professional stabbers. That's what they are. They go out and they read this stuff and then they tell you what it says against the law, but they characterize it for you in a way that's absolutely false. There's no way Iran comes to the table if somehow nothing had happened. This was complete and total obliteration. They're in bad shape.
Now Cash and Bongino have launched a mole hunt.
I am told by the FBI the leak already is being investigated, and it absolutely should be, because this was a top secret intelligence analysis that very few people in the United States government had access to see.
If you stab Daddy in the back, you're getting more than a spanking. The punishment for treason? Death penalty. Now, you don't leak faulty intel during a war that undermines American military capabilities. Unlike the Supreme Court leaker, we better find this guy. Tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning, Secretary Hegseth and top military brass are holding a press conference. Fox will have it live. The Ayatollah has been missing for a week. He went underground and hasn't been heard from since. The ceasefire is still holding, and Trump's teasing negotiations to lock in a truce. The question is, who's Daddy going to negotiate with?
What are you?
Click here to subscribe.
I'm not watching your channel again. Anyways, CNN needs to be held accountable for lying. CNN needs to be held accountable for lying. Our vote was well placed. I don't know what they're talking about, but anyways, I love you guys. Subscribe. Don't have a bad day. Goodbye.